What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd do my last 16 predictions for the Euros that start on Saturday and who I think will progress to the quarterfinals of the European Championship taking place in Germany. So the first game, Switzerland versus Italy. Switzerland finished second in their group behind Germany. Very good in the group stage, fought from Switzerland, surprising everybody yet again. Poor in qualifying to get here, but they always get through the groups. They beat Hungary 3-1. They knocked Hungary for sixes. You know, they were the better team against Hungary and deserved to win that game. They then played Scotland in a game they could have easily lost, but they could have easily won that as well. It's a 50-50 game. Then they played against Germany. They were winning that game most of the match, and then Germany got a goal at the end, Füllkrug, to send them through as group winners. But yeah, Switzerland, very good team. Xhaka has been excellent in every game so far, in my opinion. I think he's been absolutely outstanding. Granit Xhaka for Switzerland. Shaqiri scored an amazing goal against Scotland. Yes, it was a mistake by Scotland, but Shaqiri still needs to take advantage, and he did. Again, they got other good players like Mbolo. They got really good players, Switzerland. They're a very good unit. They're playing against Italy. Italy, I don't think convinced anybody in the group stage. They finished second, ahead of Croatia, who they knocked out. But yeah, they played Albania. That was a really disappointing performance by Italy. They did win the game 2-1, but I didn't think they convinced anybody. They conceded straight away against Albania. They did win the game 2-1. They then played Spain, who they were outclassed by. They lost 1-0. You know, it was an own goal, but they weren't convincing in that game. And then they played Croatia, and again, it looked like they were going to lose and go through as a third-place team, but then they scored in the last minute to knock Croatia out. But yeah, Italy, got some really good players, but they've not convinced so far. I think it'll be a close game between these two teams. I don't think there's much between them. I'm going to go for Italy, though, to win. I think Italy will win on penalties. I think that Switzerland will push them all the way, but Italy would just go over the line. So yeah, Italy to go through. Germany versus Denmark. Germany finished top of their group. They beat Scotland comprehensively, beat them 5-1. That was a really easy game for them, but they still showed their quality. They then played against Hungary. They beat them 2-0. That was comprehensive. They then had the game against Switzerland. Again, they were losing, which was a surprise because you'd expect them to beat Switzerland. With all respect to Switzerland, Germany got better quality, in my opinion. But yeah, Germany came back and they got the 1-1 result, which sent them through. They're playing the best football, along with Spain, in my opinion, in the tournament. They're the favourites for this game. They're playing against a Danish team who, again, I don't think are as good as they have been in recent years. Denmark, very unconvincing performance in the first game. You know, they were winning that game. Eriksen scored in that game against Slovenia. Yeah, it was against Slovenia. They drew 1 each. Then they played England. That was their best performance in the group stage. They should have won that game. I thought England were dreadful. Get onto England in a second. But yeah, they should have won that game against England. They're a better team. They just didn't take advantage of that. And then they played Serbia. And again, it was another drab draw, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to go for Germany. I think Germany got better quality. I think it'll be comfortable for them. So yeah, Germany to progress to the next round. England against Slovakia. England, very unconvincing in the group stage. You know, we won the group, but we didn't win. We only won 1 game. We drew 2. That's shocking from England. It really is poor. We're so boring. It's unbelievable. Southgate's so boring. He doesn't play the right players. Doesn't play the right style of play. Doesn't play in the right positions. You know, it's absolutely terrible from England. They've just been so poor. England need to find a way to play better because they're not one of the favourites to win this tournament, in my opinion. They don't deserve that accolade, in my opinion, unfortunately. Mainly because of Southgate. I just think he's so boring. It's unbelievable. They're playing against a Slovakian team who are no mugs. You know, beat Belgium in the group stage. Finished third in their group behind Belgium and Romania. They're not a bad team. You know, they did lose to Ukraine, but then they drew with Romania. That was the game with Romania. That was basically, they're similar level to Romania, in my opinion. It's not much between them two teams. They sort of cancelled each other out. In the game against Ukraine, they lost control and lost that game 2-1. They're a good side, but I think England will win. But England need to back up their ideas because it's been absolutely shocking in this tournament so far. It'll be another slobby victory from England. I don't think it'll be good. I don't think he'll play the right player, the right system, and the right style of play. I don't think he'll play the right players in the right positions. I think he'll get it wrong again, but I think England will get through Southgate. But yeah, England to get through just about, but I am unconvinced about England for the rest of this tournament. Spain against Georgia. Spain, comfortable in the group, won every single game. You know, comprehensively beat Croatia, proved their quality, beat Italy in a game which they should have won by more. They were by far the better team against Italy. And then they played Albania and they won that game 2-0, despite Albania giving 100%. They, out in their class, shone through in the end. Spain, I think Spain are the favourites to win it at the moment. I think they're playing the best football. They've never been in trouble in any game so far. Yes, they played against teams they should be beating, but they're a very good team. They play very fluid possession football. They play against Georgia. Georgia, what a debut for Georgia at this tournament. You know, they finished third behind Turkey and Portugal. I beat Portugal last night. That was the best performance they had in the group stage. Absolutely brilliant. Kvaratskhelia was excellent last night. They've been deserved to win that game. You know, they lost the first game to Turkey. I thought they played really well in most of that game. And then they played against the Czech Republic. In the game, they drew 1-1 with the Czechs. But yeah, Georgia, I think it will end for them against Spain. I think Spain's quality will shine through. It's similar to the game where Spain had against Albania, I think. But I think Georgia are a better team than Albania. But I think Spain will win and progress to the next stage. But Georgia, I think, have proved their country proud and will hold their heads up high and give everything. The next game is France against Belgium. France, very unconvincing. You know, not good from France in the group stage. Finished second in the group behind Austria. Again, they should have easily lost that game. They could have easily lost against Austria. I thought Austria had a better team against France. They weren't good in that game. They struggled against the Netherlands. They sort of cancelled each other out. They were lucky to get a result in that game against the Netherlands, 0-0. And then the last game, they drew 1-1 with Poland. So it's not been convincing from France so far. You know, they should be doing a lot better. Yes, Mbappe broke his nose. But still, that's not the point. You know, they've been extremely poor in all of their games so far. I do think that they're the favourites against Belgium. But France needs to back up their ideas. Deschamps needs to get France back on track. Because France could be heading out early if they're not careful when they play against better teams. Belgium, again, not convincing in the group stage. They should have easily finished top if they didn't. They finished second. Shocking for Belgium. Lost that game to Slovakia, the game they didn't deserve to win. Yes, they had a goal disallowed for offside and a handball that was dubious given against them. But I don't think Belgium were good in that game. They then played against Romania. They beat them 2-0. That was comprehensive. And then the last game was really poor. They drew against Ukraine, who went out of the tournament. You know, that was shocking for Belgium. Really was bad. No impetus to go forward to win that game. But yeah, I think France will win. I think France have just got better players. You know, I played before the tournament. They played in the World Cup in 2018. And France beat Belgium. So yeah, I think it will happen again. I think France will win against Belgium. And I think Belgium will fail to deliver once again. But yeah, France to win and go through to the next round. Portugal against Slovenia. Portugal won their group comprehensively. They had a shocking result last night against Georgia. Yeah, that was a really poor performance by Portugal, but they were already through as group winners. I don't think they took that game seriously, really. The other two games, you know, they found it really hard against the Czech Republic in the first game, but they did score in the last minute. That was really sloppy performance by Portugal. They then played against Turkey. They beat them comprehensively. But yeah, Portugal, you know, they've got to play a lot better, in my opinion. They've got Slovenia, who are not a bad team. And obviously, Slovenia did beat Portugal recently in a friendly. You know, that's Portugal's first defeat before the defeat, obviously, along with the defeat last night to Georgia. That was Portugal's first defeat in a while. So yeah, a bit of revenge for Portugal in this game on Slovenia. Yeah, Slovenia are no mugs. Drew with Denmark. Drew with Serbia. Drew with England. You know, 3 draws and they got through. You know, that's pretty impressive from Slovenia. You know, they got 3 draws and they got through. Every single one of them. You know, they're a very good team. You know, a very good defensive unit. You know, Cisco, you know, the guy who plays for RB Leipzig. But I think it will end. I think Portugal will beat them comfortably. But yeah, Slovenia have had a good tournament. Romania against Holland. Romania won the group. Again, comprehensive against Ukraine. Beat them 3-0. They then lost to Belgium 2-0. And then they drew 1-1 with Slovakia, where it was basically a 50-50 game. Them and Slovakia cancelled each other out. But Romania proved a lot of doubters wrong. I didn't think they'd even get through the group. The fact they won the group is a credit to them. Romania played really, really well. You know, they've got really good players. Again, they're very good defensively. They like to defend their box. They play against Holland, who I don't think have been convincing so far. Pardon me. I thought they were going to finish second in their group, and they didn't. They finished third. They, you know, played Poland. They beat them 2-1 in a very unconvincing performance. They needed a goal in the last few minutes to win that game from Weghorst. France, that was their best performance. They should have won that game against France. Thought they were the better team. You know, they were unlucky with that offside goal from Xabi Simons. And in the last game, they had a good game with Austria, but they lost that game 3-2. Austria played really well. Austria were the better team of the day. And the Netherlands were just really poor at the back. They just didn't look very convincing. But yeah, I think Holland will win. I think Holland will get through this game just about. I think they just got better quality than Romania. I think they'll wear Romania down and progress to the next stage. And then the last game, Austria against Turkey. Austria, the surprise of the tournament so far. You know, they're a very good team. Rangnick's doing a great job there. Really good style of play from Austria. High press. Played really well against France. Didn't deserve to lose that game. They could have easily won that game, in my opinion. They were really good against France. It was an own goal that beat them. Really was disappointed from Austria. They did get a result in that game. They then beat Poland comprehensively. That was an excellent performance by Austria. They destroyed Poland pretty comprehensively. And then they played the Netherlands. They won that game 3-2. They were the better team against Holland. They played really well. They pressed Holland. They deserved to win that game. They won this group. You know, I thought they were going to finish third in this group or second, and they didn't. They finished top. They're a very good team. You know, Sabitzer and Arnautovic has been excellent in this tournament. And yeah, you can't count out Austria. They're playing against Turkey, who finished second in Portugal's group. Turkey, they won 3-1 against Georgia. And then they played Portugal. They lost that game comprehensively. Then they played against Czech Republic. Turkey, that wasn't convincing against Czech Republic last night. Czech Republic, you know, had spells where they were on top. Turkey had spells when they were on top. But, you know, to take it, they would go through anyway with a draw. But at the same time, they scored the last minute. You know, Tosun scored. I think it will end for Turkey. I think Austria just got too much quality. I think Austria play a really good style of play, which will wear down Turkey and take Turkey by surprise. They beat Turkey recently in a friendly. They annihilated them 6-1 as well, Austria. Austria are the favourites to win this game. But yeah, I think Austria will progress and continue the dark horse story into the next round. So those are my thoughts and opinions down below on the last 16 games and the Euros, which take place on Saturday. Give me your... let me know what you think down below. Take care. I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.